Courtesy of the Minnesota Lottery, it is X's and O's with Minnesota Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer, and I'm Paul Allen. The Vikings have beaten the Green Bay Packers 2 consecutive times. They're 5-5, and now they head to Northern California in the San Jose area to take on the San Francisco 49ers, and the head coach joins us now. You, knowing you as well as I like to think I do, you love Vikings fans, right?
Yeah, I do.
Well, yeah, well, these games are taking years off lives. So, I mean, whether it's whether it's grandma or whoever it is, these games are taking years off lives.
Yeah, I got a couple texts that said, for the sake of our hearts, please stop this. Blow somebody out, would you?
Yeah, and I mean, we've talked, it seems like it's a common thread with X's and O's, these meat grinders, spine tinglers, right down to the wire. But there's some of them specifically of late, they're starting to go your way. So, I mean, like behind the scenes, are you sensing like a galvanizing effect with your team that they're seeing that they can win these games?
I think they have confidence that they can win now, and I think we're doing some good things at the end of games to win them. We have to continue to do some better things so that we don't get in these situations that we've been in.
The Sheldon Richardson at defensive end trick, oldest trick in the book. What did he look natural, and what'd you like about it?
I thought he did some good things. It's a little bit different sometimes when you got a 290-pounder out there as opposed to a 255-pound guy. It can be a little bit more power. So I think he'll probably get some more reps out there this week.
Was he fired up to do it? I mean, early in the game when he was pushing Billy Turner back, he looked like a Mack truck.
Yeah, I think he really likes getting out of that dark cloud that he's in down there at 3 techniques. So, but it's fun. It was fun for him. He had to learn what the ends do in a week, which was impressive.
How about that Dalvin Cook blitz pickup on the first third down of the game? I mean, holy cow, Devondre Campbell paid for it. Is like Dalvin always good at that? Not like perfect, but I mean, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was nice pickup by him. He came across the formation and, they got the protection the way they wanted it, but Dalvin was able to pick it up.
And the whole thing with that individual play proves the complexity of the team game that is football, to just make a big play, because you had that blitz pickup. Also on that play, Mason Cole held his own against Kenny Clark. And what's significant about that is 2 plays earlier, 97 pushed him back into Dalvin's lap. So, I mean, to be able to bounce back within the same series, that has to impress you, right?
Yeah, and it did start out a little fast last week. Clark is a really good player. He got us into the backfield a couple times, but Mason did a nice job of recovering and then figuring out, hey, this is how this guy's going to play me this week.
Yeah, he started at 35, I think, like right around 35, but I mean, with Arizona, most of them. But what do you like about Mason Cole as the center, like stabilizing things?
Yeah, well, he's got a little bit of size to him. He's smart. He understands where everybody's going. He gets everybody on the same page.
Now, to conclude Mason Cole fan line, on the next play, he doubled Clark with Ezra, then and then went to Campbell and picked him up so Dalvin could get a nice run. Are offensive linemen as a whole the smartest guys on the team?
Well, they're a lot smarter than defensive backs.
I mean, just that whole thing. Double, wait, go. I mean, it's timing, it's smarts, it's memory.
Yeah, it's a lot of combination blocks with the offensive line. These two got those two, these two got those two. Sometimes you have to go down to the far guy. So, yeah, there's a lot. And it changes based on what the defensive front gives you.
You like when I get into the all-22 a little bit?
Yeah, it's great, Paul. You're good.
I did okay with that, right?
Yeah, you did good.
There was a double in the second level and everything. I've been taught well by you and many others. Mike Zimmer, X's and O's, KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network. How mad were you when Marquez Valdez-Scantling cut loose for 75 right after you scored?
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. We played so good in the first half, and we adjusted some things that we probably didn't need to in the second half, and they caught up to us. Should have continued doing what we were doing. We were playing really well, and the quarterback got out of the pocket at the end of the first half and made a great throw on a scramble. But for the most part, we were doing just fine, and we probably should have just stuck with it.
What was there a bust on that Valdez-Scantling play, or just a nice play, Rodgers to a speedy guy?
No, actually, we were doubling
Adams.
Yeah, Devontae Adams,
yeah.
And we were doubling him and playing basically zero coverage everywhere else.
Yeah, so I mean, they get to make plays too. The other team gets to make plays
Yeah.
too. I'm sure there was a technique thing on which you can work this week. But when I saw Harrison run up to Devontae, I just kind of figured because Devontae's just so good. Holy cow. Cam Dantzler, the last three. Is his game becoming more consistent?
I think it is. He seems to be zeroing in on his technique. He's done a nice job in the run game, so I think it is being a lot more consistent.
How often do you talk to Cam Bynum? I mean, you coach him, but isn't
Cam Bynum or Cam Dantzler?
No, Cam Bynum, Cameron Bynum.
How much do I talk to him?
Well, yeah, I mean, outside of coaching, he's just a treat to talk to. I mean, I've met him a couple of times. He's just a wonderful, gregarious, really smart kid. Is he like really football smart?
Yeah, he's pretty smart football-wise. It took him a little while to adjust from corner to safety in the NFL, but he's doing so much better now as far as where he's going and alignments and communicating with other people. He's still got a ways to go with that, but he's doing good.
And he's a rookie, but I mean, his full-time days for now, are over. So, does he handle that well, or is that just part of the job?
I think he handles it well. He just wants the opportunity to continue to play.
From Devontae to Deebo, as in Deebo Samuel, Mike, they ran him eight times in the Jacksonville game. And I know they have Jeffrey Wilson and they got the Sermon cat, and they've had injuries with Mostert out for the season. They ran him 8 times. I mean, is he just that good?
Yeah, he's a terrific runner. He runs very hard with his pads. Kind of what they do is they line him up and no backs. And they put the running back outside, then they motion him back in, and then they'll use him as the running back. So, they give you a couple different looks, a no back formation. Next thing you know, Samuel's in the backfield, and now they're running their it's almost like the old wing T. Guys are running everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
So is there a wildcat component to it?
Not really a wildcat, but you might have one guy going to the right, one guy going to the left, another guy going back to the right, and then handing the ball off.
So when you see Kyle Shanahan's offense, do you still kind of see your offense?
No.
No, but didn't it used to be that way?
Yeah, it was a lot more. But there's so much pre-snap movement with them now. They've got rockets and the rockets with the tight end, rockets with the fullback. All they're trying to do is get leverage on your defenders.
Yeah, you mentioned that fullback. Holy cow, Kyle Juszczyk. I mean, he as long as you've done this, he has to be one of the most unique players that you've come across.
Yeah, he's very, very talented. They even at times will motion him into the quarterback and run a quarterback sneak.
Whoa.
So they do all kinds of things like that with him. He's great on pass coverage or pass routes. He's great in running the football, but he's a terrific blocker.
What has their season been like? Because, I mean, your records are the same or they're about the same, but, I mean, you've gotten there in different ways. I mean, have they had a similar season to you guys?
Well, they won the last 2 games, and so I think they were like 3-5 starting out, and so that was very similar. They lost some close games. They had the quarterback was hurt for a couple games, so it's very similar. They're a really good team, very, very fast on defense. Linebackers can really run. Bosa's a tremendous football player. The 2 safeties are really good. The corners, they've had some grabby things. They're leading the league in pass interference. So. Yeah. Hopefully that sticks.
So with Trey Lance, I mean, how much time do you put into Trey Lance, even though Garoppolo starts?
Yeah, a little bit. They brought him in some other occasions throughout the course of the year, but then he obviously played some when Garoppolo was hurt. So we have to be ready just in case.
Time for 3 more. What did you think of Brandon Ayuk in the Justin Jefferson draft? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you liked him a lot, right?
Yeah, we did like him a lot. He's a very powerful receiver, catches the ball well, good run after catch, does a nice job.
So I mean, given your offenses are no longer that much similar, that doesn't mean you're going to start running like Thielen or Jefferson 8 times a game, what they're doing with Deebo.
The more we can get him the ball, the better it is.
And Justin out of the backfield, out of the shotgun, running was that an angle route?
Yeah, it was an option route.
Yeah, option route, like a running back. I mean, what a nice little wrinkle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you guys have to see something that you like to do that, or is it just experimenting with what you have?
Yeah, sometimes it's seeing what other teams have done against the defense and trying to put guys in position to have success.
Lastly, what do you like about Keenan McCardell as your wide receivers coach?
Yeah, well, he's very knowledgeable. He's great with the players. You know, he's done. Obviously, he was a great pro, but he's a great team guy. Very, very smart in the passing game, and really good with technique. And he's tough on these guys. He makes them work.
Awesome. He joins us next on X's and O's. Best of luck against the Niners. Happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you soon.
Happy Thanksgiving, Paul.